Hi, I'm Joyce, owner and director of events. We'd like to welcome the two of you to Woodacres Farm. We'd like you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Woodacres Farm was the absolute best day. I talked about it forever. I still talk about it. I'm so happy when Joyce asked me to come today. I was so happy to come because I was like, I love to talk about our day. We had the perfect day.
Bluebirds fly.
And everyone loved it, I came up in the carriage and they dropped me off and I walked down the path because we got married at the gazebo. I could do like what I wanted to do. Like we wanted to do the flowers a certain way and the chairs and decorate the gazebo and set up the porch a certain way. So it was like I could do what I wanted to do.
High above the chimney top, that's where.
Then they gave wagon rides while we were getting our pictures taken, and everyone thought that was like the best.
For me, I just think the fact that, you think of weddings, you think of formal, and we kind of balance that with, this place being, it's a barn and it's, being outside and things like that. It's very rustic. We balanced formal with, informal where people didn't feel stuffy and, didn't feel they had to, act a certain way because it's at a wedding. They felt comfortable, as most said, and it's a very homey atmosphere. You feel, Joyce and Ken make you feel like you're part of their home. They welcome you in, and it's like, and literally you are, because their house is right next door.
What a wonderful world.
From the moment that we got out of the car and saw Joyce and her husband and even their dog come greet us at the door, we knew that it was going to be feeling like home, away from home, and very relaxed and country style, and that's exactly what we wanted. We wanted it to be a day that felt like a party, that happened to be our wedding day, and just have a lot of fun, and Woodacres offered that instantaneously. The decision to stay at Woodacres was even easier when we sat with Joyce, and Joyce gave us a list of people to use, and we talked to what we call the A-team, the people that work here all the time together. The fact that they know the place and they know Joyce makes it so easy because we don't have to tell them exactly what we want. They already kind of understand the flavor and the feel of the place. So I have no worries about what's going to go on tonight because everyone knows where they're supposed to be and they know how to work well together. So we're good to go, just ready to get married.
To myself, what a wonderful world. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far below.
As a bride, there's so many places that you want to investigate. You want it to be that perfect place. You want to look at that place and you want to walk in and say, this is where I want to be married. And there's not many places you can feel that. My husband was in the wedding business. It made it actually very easy for me because when he walked in, he knew it was exactly what I wanted.
When I saw it, I knew that this was it. Being in the business, I've worked a lot of places, and immediately I knew that was it. The night I worked there as a wedding videographer, when I was hired to shoot someone else's wedding, I was watching the staff. I was eyeing Joyce and see how they were handling it and all the caterers and stuff. Meneely's Catering did an awesome job. Joyce was running around like crazy, making sure that everybody was happy. And I've seen the business in and out. I've seen bad service and I've seen great service. And they absolutely went above and beyond.
Then we'll know, and I think to myself,
One of the many things that I found really unique about Woodacre Farms is I had my own bridal suite. I had this little country little room that I was able to get dressed in, and not only have my, I had my bridal party in there, and there was a little bathroom, and it was a great place for my photographer to take pictures as well. I think a lot of people were really surprised in how I was going to be introduced, which I thought was really cool, because I didn't want it to be that traditional wedding. I wanted it to be something unique.
It was kind of a surprise for our guests. They didn't know that she was coming around in a horse and carriage, so they saw her, and just to hear everybody's reaction too, really was awesome.
And then seeing my handsome husband in his suit, staying next to the gazebo, it was the most intense moment I've ever experienced in my life.
Here at Woodacres Farm, it's really a personal touch. They do one wedding a day, and so they focus solely on your wedding. And because it's Joyce and Ken and her son that are involved, and their daughters are involved, some of them may be behind the scenes, but because of that, there's a lot to say about that. It's a family-run operation, which makes all the difference in the world.
Thank God for Joyce's assistant, because my maid of honor, she didn't know how to bustle my dress.
Our DJ was tucked in the corner. It was perfect where the DJ was. He was out of the way. We had about 110 guests, I think. Everybody was comfortable in there. You could flow smoothly, throughout the reception area. It wasn't tight. One of the best parts of the day was the cake. The cake placement, first of all, is up on a stage. Well, that's where we chose it to be. You could put it wherever you want, but...
What's the best part?
Yeah, the best part is...
The best part is when I smeared you on.
No, I was going to say when I smeared you with the cake.
I think the best thing was that after everything was done, everybody said what a wonderful time they had. They talked about the place. They talked about, the way things were going, that, she said that Ken did the carriage rides. I didn't even realize that because we were, doing pictures and doing this and that, but when we get back and people are talking about it, and all the wonderful things that happened for them, that really made it worthwhile. It just progressed. It was great at the beginning. It just got better and better and better. I think, the worst part was that it ended.
It was perfect. The whole day it was perfect. The next day, that's all I said. That was the best day of my life. That was the best day. I had the best time. It was. Everything was perfect. If they're thinking of coming here, you won't find another place like this. You won't, no matter where you look. And if you're really considering Woodacres, if this is the type of wedding you want to have, there is no other place around here, anywhere.
Even if I won like the $1 million lottery, and I've said this to many of my friends, I wouldn't change where I got married. I would still get married here.
Well, I see skies of blue and I see clouds of white and the brightness of day. I like the dark and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, singing, how